Great, I am back. All right.
Welcome back. How's everything going?
Everything is going absolutely great. So I want you to give me just like a second. I want to introduce this video and then we can continue from that. All right.
Sure, take your time. I'll be here when you're ready.
What is up, everybody? Listen, in India, it is something like this. When international students come here, they have quite a lot of difficulties. And today, guys, we're going to talk about some of those difficulties that they face. But most importantly, since I am the shoe boss and the G in the industry of business and opportunities, I'm not going to talk much about difficulties, but I'm going to talk about some of the most amazing opportunities that international students have in India here. And as we all know that when students come to India, right, on their visa it is written no job. Like it's something like this. It's school from Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., which simply means that most of the students, or in fact, every student who come to learn in India, they do not have any opportunity to make money or to get the job or to do business, right? And which is absolutely true. But can it be true that if you are an international student in India, there are quite like a magnificent number of opportunities that you can also do as a student. And to be honest with you, there is a lot. Now, let me just mention some of the things that, most of the people just, do here in India when they reach here. Now, the first thing, just like the shoe boss, they venture into business. But that's if you have like the opportunity to venture into business and do the business the way I do it, which gives probably to a less extent to most of the people that they can do that. But for other people, they venture into selling things like food, selling things like into African things or something like that, African food, African clothing, things like that, but selling them at their house and probably after school. But to other people, they venture into things like washing clothes and cleaning houses and things like that. But the truth is, those things are not all of them international student can do, right? Because I do understand that there is quite a number of unlocked or things that they can still do as students and still attending classes. And today, guys, I'm here with my companion Chat GPT here. Chat, would you like to introduce yourself to the people?
Hey everyone, I'm ChatGPT, here to assist and chat. If you have any questions or want to learn more about opportunities for international students in India, feel free to ask.
Great. So chat here is going to be my best companion, and together we're going to answer some of the best questions that, of course, most of the people are having trouble with. And to be honest with you, before we go ahead, let me be clear with you. If you are back home in Africa or anywhere in Asia or anywhere, this is probably one of the best videos that you need to watch before coming here, because this video will help you to understand everything about India and also to understand the limits and, of course, the good parts about India. But today, here, since we are on the point of focusing on the plus points of India, we're going to talk about some of the opportunities that we all might not know that India has for international students. So, let me ask Chad. Hey, Chad, listen. I am sure that you already know what I am talking about and you already heard what I was just like talking about, right? Now, you do understand that international students, when they come here, they do not have quite a number of opportunities they can actually, venture into as international students, because they go to school 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday to Saturday. Is that right?
Yes, I understand.
Great.
Despite their busy schedule,
Great. Now I want you to give me a number of opportunities they can venture into besides maybe selling, besides washing clothes, besides maybe tutoring, besides cleaning houses. What could be other opportunities they can venture into, and that we probably might not know? Maybe it's in the law of India Can you just, give me some of the best opportunities they can venture into?
Sure, international students in India can explore opportunities like freelancing in their field of study, starting online businesses, blogging or vlogging, and participating in research projects. They can also explore internships and volunteer work that align with their career goals.
Beautiful. Now, let us talk about the part of vlogging. I
Sure,
do see quite a number of students doing vlogging. Do you really think that is the best opportunity they can, venture into?
blogging can be a great opportunity. It allows students to share their experiences, build a portfolio, and potentially earn income. It also helps develop writing and communication skills.
That's great. All right, let us talk about the part of, starting online businesses. What type of online businesses can they, start, and which part?
They can start online businesses like dropshipping, offering digital services such as graphic design or tutoring, or even selling handmade crafts and products. Online platforms make it easier to reach a global audience.
But as you all know that these students are always in class. Like for example, they are 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and then coming back at 5 p.m. Where do you think they're gonna find these wholesalers or suppliers who can supply them with the the products?
They can find suppliers online through platforms like Alibaba, IndiaMart, or even local online marketplaces. Networking within student communities can also help them connect with reliable suppliers.
All right, that's great. I heard you talking about freelancing, right? Freelancing, I do not know anything about freelancing. Can you elaborate a little bit about freelancing and graphic designing? You see, all these things they require customers. Is that right?
Sure,
All right.
freelancing involves offering your skills independently, like graphic design, writing, or programming.
Mhm.
Websites like Upwork, Fiverr, and Freelancer connect freelancers with clients. Building a portfolio and starting small can help attract customers.
Great. The part where we are talking
Glad to
about
help.
listen, the part where we are talking about freelancing and graphic designing, but when you are writing all these things, is that right, you have to sell them to the customers, is that right? So how do you manage to get the customers that you are looking for in that same platform?
To attract customers, you can create a strong profile showcasing your skills and previous work. Networking, maintaining positive reviews, and actively applying for projects also help in gaining visibility and attracting clients.
Great. Okay, in general, chat, in general, right? Let us talk about the best opportunities that these students we I have heard quite a lot about freelancing, but see, it's not everybody who can design things. It's not everybody who is good at tech. And also, I have heard you talking about selling, and honestly, selling is quite beautiful. But look at the way in which things are right now. These people are at school almost like 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's like the whole day at school. And then when they get home, they have
I'm
to
sorry, but you've hit the monthly limit for advanced
oh
voice.
shit.
You can switch to standard now to keep chatting.
All right, guys. So for some reasons, my chat GPT got timed out, and which we all know that it's a free plan, right? But here I have another phone that we can just like continue the talk. On my previous videos, I think I was talking quite a lot about this thing. You see, in this world, to be honest with you, if you do not have any idea about what this thing is, you might find yourself working for this thing for the rest of your life. And the truth is, most of the institutions that we go to, they do not teach us that. See, the world, the world is run by people with this thing. It's not the people we elect to run our countries who actually run our countries. It is the people who control this thing who run the world, because they themselves they need people with this thing so that they can be elected to get this thing. But besides that, you need to understand what this thing is, and you need to have a knowledge of what this thing is. And with the Shoeboss, I can tell you one thing. With the Shoeboss, if you would be a part of the Shoeboss reseller program, I think you can get to understand quite a lot of this thing practically, not by me telling you what this thing is, by just you understanding how this thing is working and how you can get this thing work for you. So I think the Shoeboss reseller program is there for everybody who just want to join, because see, it is a one-time opportunity where somebody who already know this thing is saying that, you know what, my friend, come and work with me. You gonna just, collect the money, and I'm gonna do the job for you. And all you need to do is to post, all you need to do is to work. And when you work, you get your money, and guess what, you learn about this thing. You can understand this thing if you do not have a platform that can attract this thing. So you need to know about these papers, everybody, because institutions or schools or colleges, they do not teach anything about this thing. The millionaire math, I will teach you, but you need to understand that you need a platform that can attract you this thing. So without wasting much time, let us talk with ChatGPT from this mobile phone right here. And we were talking about the opportunities, right, that people have. And to be honest with you, let me talk a little bit about some of the opportunities that, ChatGPT was not clear with you. There are some of the, places that I already know that people can go to work to. But some of these places might be legal and some of these might be illegal according to your visa. Because on your visa, it is stated that there will be no work that you must do. But tell me, if you do not have parents who are actually supplying you or supporting you financially, you need to support yourself. Is that right? So, for example, we do have call centers in this country. Call centers require people who speak English, and most of the time, these call centers, they are for, international countries, because it's a call center, right? Some of them are legal and some of them are really illegal. But let me talk about the legal ones. The legal ones, I mean, they can pay you up to 13,000, 18,000, 13 to 18,000. They can pay you. And it's a night job because they are working with people who are out there. Is that right? So that, I mean, that's something I can talk about. And then we do have people who are selling, just like the shoe boss. Just the shoe boss is selling, but we do also have people who are selling, like, international clothes, things like that. And honestly, all these things are absolutely magnificent. I can't lie to you, because see, if you are making a living like right here, it's absolutely difficult to make a living, right? But if you are, like, doing it, I think it's absolutely better than somebody who is just like, doing nothing. Now, there are other types of works that people are also doing, like, washing clothes, doing things like that, cleaning houses. And there are other types of work that other people do, like cooking food. I mean, other people just cook food and then they just begin to sell it. But also, there is another big opportunity that I am about to talk about, that you, my friends, need to, open your eyes to until the end of this video. And that opportunity has to do with connections. See, business in India is legal. If you didn't know that, I want you to know this right now. Business in India is legal, but it has quite a number of connections that you need to make it legal. Now, I want to talk to ChatGPT a little bit about how we can establish connections with people with money in India here, and what are the, most required things that we might need as internationals, so that we can get in contact with those people with money. But if I have to talk about a barrier before I just ask this question, it will be a language. Language barrier is the biggest problem, because see, these people, they spend most of their days speaking their language. So that could be a barrier. But can it be a barrier to getting what you want? Because I'm sure that anybody can learn any language, and languages can be learned. So that cannot be a big barrier, right? Let us talk about some of those things. So let me just ask chat right here uh, about that question, right? Hey, chat.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going so good. Listen very carefully right here. In India, right? You do know that there is caste system. There is a
I'm
level.
listening. What's on
Yes.
your mind about India?
Okay. Okay.
Yes, I'm aware of the caste system in India.
Okay.
It's a
Listen.
complex social
Listen.
structure with historical roots.
Listen.
What's on your mind about it? I'm
Okay.
here. Is there something specific you'd like to know?
Oh man, this chat is very fast. Can you be a little bit slower?
Of course, I'll slow down.
Good.
What would you like to talk about?
You do know that in India, right, there is this so-called caste
Yes.
system, and the caste system, it has quite a level of connections, right, where the people with money, they associate with people with money, and those without money, or the middle ones, they also associate with those without money. How can we break this barrier whereby those people with money can also associate with those people without money? Or let me just take it in this way: the people without money, how can they create connection with the people with money in India?
Building connections across economic divides can be challenging, but it's possible. One approach is through education and skill development, which can open doors to new opportunities. Another is leveraging community organizations and social networks that can bridge the gap. Collaborating on projects, participating in community events, and engaging in social entrepreneurship can also create meaningful connections.
All right. Now, I'm sure that chat has a way of telling us stories, and honestly, I do believe that what chat just said, I mean, we can connect with people through projects and educational things like that. But I think there is another way. Listen, Chad. I think there is another way in which people can connect, and that way is by making sure that you learn everything about what the rich people do and copy it. How about that?
That's an insightful approach. Learning from successful individuals and applying those lessons can bridge gaps.
Right,
It helps build.
right.
Absolutely.
So let us talk about that part where where people can just learn everything that the rich people do. For example, the rich people like
Events.
to read books. The rich
Building
people,
genuine relationships, seeking mentorship, and being open to learning can also play a big role in creating connections across different social and economic.
like, okay, so let me go back again. The rich people like to read books. The rich people like, to gyms. The rich people like, they care so much about their physical health, their mental health. Their communication is quite different. So I think, if you have to ask me, how can I connect with these people if I am in this level of life? The way in which you can connect with these people is actually magnificent. Learn everything that they do, understand their movements, and apply it in your life. If you need to create a connection with somebody who is up there, you need to create yourself first so that you can attract them. They can be attracted to you, or you can attract yourself to them. So I think this is something that we all also might need to learn. Now, when you create connections, here is, listen very carefully. When you create connections, try by all means to build them. I do know that there are people who really talk too much. They like talking. It's like, they are lectures themselves. When you create a connection with somebody with something that you need, be a learner, be a student, learn from them instead of destroying that. If they see that this guy is talking too much and now they are listening, trust me, that relationship won't go anywhere. But if they talk and you listening, my friend, that is the best relationship ever. Even if it is investment, do not invest your money with people with less money than you. Invest to those people who are saying that we don't need your money. So I think this guys brings to the end of the video, because there are quite a number of things that we can talk about, and that I do know that you know somehow you might get some help from the things I talk about. So I hope this video, guys, helps you to go beyond some of these books here There are things that we do not know that we need to know. And my dear friend, I want you to know that this world is for you to conquer. Do not be afraid. Right now, I'm gonna go to Starbucks. And when I am there, trust me, you won't believe the people you will find there. The people in Starbucks, they are quite different from the people in KFC. Have you ever seen that? So try to find places where you can find only positive minded people than places where you can find, you know, those people. I hope this video helps you. And guys, I'm gonna see you in the next video. Peace.